Alright, what's going on everyone? It's Picky Choco, and in today's video I'm gonna be talking about some exciting new news, so I'll just mention some of those quickly. So potential playable FATUI character Scaramouche or Scaramouche, whatever you may call him. So a new information about him, and also when he might be introduced as a playable character in the game. Updated Ball and KOKOMI skills info, new YAOYAO and Dendro news which is very interesting, new anniversary related news which might give us an idea about the possible new additions and count of Primogems, and a major advice related to that. So basically tons of new news, but before we get into that, I'd just like to say if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe so that you won't miss on any latest news and stuff related to Genshin like this. Alright, now that we're done talking, let's actually get into the video right now. Boom, so the first thing that we'll talk about is the new Ball and KOKOMI skills news. So I'll just pop off a latest screenshot that was briefly discussed on the forums. So according to the latest speculations, the character model of Ball or Raiden Shogun, who's an upcoming 5-star Electro Archon, might have been reworked again. The possible continuous reworks might be because of the balancing of mechanics and the recent change of ascension attributes into energy recharge. Now talking about her weapon style, she likely seems to be a Polam user and possibly built into a flexible DPS or sub DPS unit, considering all the latest changes that have happened so far. Now I'm not sure about this, but the new events might provide her with a new weapon which might be good for the F2Ps. Now talking about her release, she's likely to arrive in the first half of 2.1, so it is suggested for players to keep saving their Primogems, as there is no clear idea about the Primogems distribution. So overall she seems to be a big damage dealing and an easy to manage interesting unit, and I'm looking forward to that. Now moving on to an update on KOKOMI. So the recent speculations indicate that KOKOMI, who's an upcoming 5-star Hydro Catalyst character, might arrive during second half of 2.1 Inazuma. Now her character model might have been reworked again by possibly providing all the buffs and new changes which might make her look better in terms of damage output and balancing of mechanics. Now talking about her skills, they are most likely based on the Hydro Mimics, which was speculated on the basis of 2.0 battle cutscenes. So if you didn't know, Hydro Mimics are the water bodies that are summoned by the Oceanids during the fights. So overall KOKOMI seems to be a good unit who might have one of the most interesting and unique mechanics. So overall I'm very excited for both of these new characters. So now moving on to Scaramouche. So I hopped on some forums and found out an info which was speculated by some members. So Scaramouche will be an upcoming character who's one of the high ranked members of the 11 FATUI Harbingers and is also called as the Balladeer. So it is speculated that after his previous appearance in Mondstadt, he might arrive as an NPC in the upcoming patches of Inazuma. Now talking about his approach, it seems to be inspired from Piero, which is indeed ruthless and powerful. He also stands at the 6th position of the 11 FATUI Harbingers, which is followed by Pulcinella, who's number 5th. So the overall outfit on Scaramouche seems to resemble the combination of Japanese and Chinese traditions. So if he becomes playable in the future, his weapon choice might have one of these two possibilities. So one of them is Catalyst and the other one is Claymore, and those are speculated on the basis of character model. So for now, Catalyst seems as an obvious strong possibility because the hat on Scaramouche's head, which is a part of the character model, might interfere with the mechanics and fluid movements that are delivered by a Claymore user. Now talking about his element, it is said to be Electro, which is speculated on the basis of his previous appearance and distinctive features. Now I'm not sure about this, but he might be possibly released during the Inazuma future patches, if not during the additional or the DLC patch that might arrive in the upcoming future. So this will be very interesting to watch as to how things turn up in the future storyline, as he's one of the most awaited and topmost powerful characters in the FATUI Harbingers. Now moving on to the YAOYAO news that was recently speculated on the forums. So YAOYAO is a possible upcoming Dendro character along with Baizu, who might become playable in the upcoming Chasm, which is likely said to be a bridge between Liyue and Sumero. Now her renders have been revealed by MiHoYo from one of the official arts in the Chinese forums. Now talking about her rarity and weapon choice, she's said to be a 4-star Catalyst character who might be given to the players for free, possibly to let the players test the new Dendro potential and the new elemental reactions. Now talking about the reactions, most probable of them might be the poisoning, healing, and pyro resistance, which has been speculated on the basis of current data on the Dendro enemies. So most of the characters released in this region are likely to be Catalyst, with some of them being exceptions. So this somewhat makes sense to me. So it will be very interesting to watch as to how things unfold in the future. So now moving on to latest news of 2.1 speculated a few hours ago. So as we know, 2.1 is likely Genshin anniversary, which will include tons of new updates like new skins, areas, story quests, events, and new islands, which will provide content as well as good amount of Primo gems for all the players. So overall, I'm very excited and looking forward to those new rewards and new content. So that's basically it for today's video. Just thought I'll update you all on the latest news about new Ball, KOKOMI, Scaramouche arrival, new YAOYAO news, and latest 2.1 info, which everyone is excited about. So I hope this video was helpful, so make sure to subscribe so that you won't miss on any latest news and stuff related to Genshin like this. As always, I'll see you all in the next video with some interesting new news. Until then, stay safe and stay picky.